The periodic table is one important part of chemistry. It scares us just by looking at it. Hundreds of elements in a single table. However, we have started learning periodic table in groups from class 11. It has become much easier for us to learn elements in group. Now we are going to learn the last group of periodic table, that is lanthanoids. Now we are going to see what are inner transition elements or F block elements. The elements in which last electron enters the anti-penultimate shell, that is the shell which is just before the outermost shell, are called F block elements. You may question why F block elements are called inner transition elements. This is because they involve the filling up of inner subshells, namely 4f or 5f orbitals. Their electronic configuration as a n-2 f orbital. Now we are going to see in detail about lanthanoids. If you take the inner transition elements which are placed at the bottom of the periodic table, there are two series of elements. The first row of elements will be called as lanthanoids and the second row of elements will be called as actinoids. You may ask why those elements are named as lanthanoids. This is because those elements resembles lanthanum, so they are called as lanthanoids. And these lanthanoids are also called as 4f block elements or first inner transition series. This is because the valence electron enters their 4f orbitals. If you consider the element lanthanum, which is the first element of third transition series, closely resembles lanthanoids. So it is included in the discussion of lanthanoids. The lanthanoid series consists of 14 elements from cerium to lutetium. Now let's see about actinoids. The elements in which the last electron enters the 5f orbitals are called 5f block elements or second inner transition series or actinoids. You may question why 5f block elements are called actinoids. The 5f block elements closely resemble actinium, which is the first element of fourth transition series. So they are called as actinoids. Actinoids consist of 14 elements from thorium to lawrencium. Apart from that, actinium, which is closely resemble actinoids, will also be included in the discussion of actinoids. Now let's discuss about electronic configuration of lanthanoids. We know that the electrons are filled in different orbitals in the order of their increasing energy in accordance with Aufbau principle. As per this rule, after filling 5s, 5p and 6s orbital, the 4f orbital will be filled up. Hence, for lanthanum, the expected electronic configuration is xenon 4f1 5d0 6s2. But the actual electronic configuration of lanthanum is xenon 4f0 5d1 6s2 and it belongs to D block. Filling of 4f orbital starts from cerium and its electronic configuration is xenon 4f1 5d1 6s2. As we move from cerium to other elements, the additional electrons are progressively filled in 4f orbitals as shown in the tabular column. The general electronic configuration of 4f series of elements can be written as xenon 4f 1 to 14, 5d0 to 1, 6s2. Now let's discuss about atomic and ionic radii of lanthanoids. As we move across the 4f series, the atomic and ionic radii of lanthanoids gradually decreases with increase in atomic number. This decrease in ionic size is called lanthanoid contraction. The cause of lanthanoid contraction is the poor shielding effect of 4f orbitals. We know 4f subshell have a diffused shape. Hence it has very poor shielding effect. So it allows the nucleus to attract the valence shell effectively. As a result, the size decreases gradually with increase in atomic number. The lanthanoid contraction has three important consequences. The first consequence is the separation of lanthanoids becomes very difficult. The second consequence is basic strength of lanthanoid hydroxides decreases as we move across the series. The third consequence is if you look at the atomic radii and the properties of third and second transition series, they will be similar. Now we are going to discuss about consequences of lanthanoid contraction in detail. The first consequence that we are going to discuss is the basic nature of lanthanoid hydroxides. We know as we move across the series, size of the ions decreases. So cerium 3 plus ions will be relatively bigger in size compared to lutetium 3 plus ions. According to Fajon's rule, smaller the size of the cation, greater will be the polarizing power. So if you take cerium 3 plus ions and lutetium 3 plus ions, lutetium 3 plus ions being smaller in size will have more polarizing power. So it will have more covalent character in its ionic bond. So in general we can say as the size decreases across the series, the ionic character also decreases across the series. So if the ionic character decreases across the series, then metal hydroxide bond cannot cleave readily to release OH minus ions. So we say as we move across the series, basic character of hydroxides decreases. The second consequence of lanthanoid contraction is difficulty in the separation of lanthanoids due to their similar chemical properties. When we move across the series, atomic radii decreases, but the difference in their atomic radii is negligible. So, all the elements of lanthanoids will have similar chemical properties. So, lanthanoids are not separated based on their chemical properties, but they are separated based on their difference in physical properties. The third consequence of lanthanoid contraction is the similarities in atomic radii of second and third transition series. Due to lanthanoid contraction, the atomic radii of the elements which follow lanthanum in the sixth period, that is third transition series, are similar to the elements of the fifth period, that is 4D series. Due to similarity in their size, post-lanthanoid elements, that is 5D series, have closely similar properties to the elements of 4D series which lie immediately above them. Now we are going to discuss about oxidation state of lanthanoids. Among lanthanoids, +3 compounds are predominant. However, occasionally in solutions or in solid compounds, +2 and +4 ions are also obtained. In lanthanoids, the oxidation state of +2 and +4 is seen only by those elements which can gain a stable configuration of 4f0, 4f7 or 4f14 by losing 2 or 4 electrons. For example, if you take europium, it exhibits +2 oxidation state because on losing its 2 electrons, it attains half-filled f orbital. Similarly, if you take cerium, it exhibits +4 oxidation state because on losing 4 electrons, it attains noble gas configuration, that is xenon configuration. These stable configuration may be achieved in aqueous solution because in aqueous state, the lanthanoids forms hydroxides with water. They find H plus ions easily available in water, and so they lose their additional electrons to be stabilized. These are the frequently asked questions based on oxidation state of lanthanoids. Now let's discuss about the general characteristics of lanthanoids. They are silvery white soft metals and they tarnish rapidly in air. Their hardness increases with increase in atomic number. They are good conductors of heat and electricity. Lanthanoids have typical metallic structure except lanthanum 3 plus ions and lutetium 3 plus ions. Other lanthanoid 3 plus ions are colored. This is due to FF transition. The next point is except lanthanum 3 plus ions, cerium 3 plus ions which is having F0 configuration, lutetium 3 plus ions which is having F14 configuration. All lanthanoids ions are paramagnetic in nature. Lanthanoids have low ionization enthalpy similar to that of group 2 elements. Lanthanum and gadolinium lutetium have low third ionization enthalpy. This is because on losing their third electron, they attain the stable configuration.